Hey there, basketball fans! Welcome back to our channel where we bring you some of the hottest NBA content. We've made it to summer, and of course, our favorite time of the year, draft season. Today, we're diving deep into the thrilling world of NBA mock drafts. With the NBA draft just around the corner, anticipation is at an all-time high as teams strategize, scouts evaluate, and prospects dream of hearing their names called. And here, on our channel, we've assembled our very own NBA mock draft extravaganza. We've spent countless hours researching and analyzing the upcoming draft class, examining player strengths, weaknesses, and potential fits with various NBA teams. From explosive point guards to dominant big men, this draft class is stacked with talent. And we can't wait to share our insights and predictions with you. In this video, we'll be showcasing our projected picks for the lottery of the NBA draft. Will your favorite team select a potential superstar or a hidden gem? Stick around to find out. Whether you're a die-hard fan, a fantasy basketball guru, or just someone looking to stay ahead of the game, this mock draft is for you. We'll provide you with valuable insights, and most importantly, an unforgettable journey through the excitement and drama of the NBA draft. So grab your popcorn, get comfortable, and join us as we embark on this incredible mock draft adventure. Trust me, you won't want to miss a single pick. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and let us know in the comments who you think will be the steal of the draft. It's time to make our predictions and witness the future of basketball unfold. NBA teams have had a hard time deciding who to take throughout the draft lottery. After the order was made public, some teams were thrilled, while others were less than pleased. Draft lottery night meant one thing, and that was who was going to win the Victor Wembanyama sweepstakes. Stick around to find out. Let's get started. With the last pick of the lottery and the 14th pick, the New Orleans Pelicans select Keyonte George from Baylor. Except for CJ McCollum and Brandon Ingram, the Pelicans' offense lacked much substance when Zion Williamson was injured. By selecting George, they gain a player with a natural scoring instinct, who at first might play the role as a sixth man off the bench to energize their bench unit. As he matures, we could see him being a crucial part of their system for years to come. Our best NBA comparison is Anfernee Simons of the Portland Trail Blazers, who is one of the best scoring up-and-coming guards in the league.
Here comes George again, getting off the screen from Florida, and he goes off.
Baylor's going to have to improve on their defense. And now...
With the 13th pick of the draft, we have the Toronto Raptors moving up to pick Nick Smith Jr. of Arkansas. Smith was expected to be a top 5 pick in the draft coming into the season, but things didn't go as planned. Despite his injury-plagued season and poor performance in the tournament, we believe he is a player here worth taking a chance on because he has so much potential. Smith is a lead guard who is very at ease creating his shot off the dribble and also has a 6'9" wingspan. The Raptors need a guard due to the possibility that Fred VanVleet will leave this offseason. He has already opted out of his player option and is set to hit free agency. If there is one thing about the Raptors, it's that they love players with length and size. Our NBA comparison is Jamal Crawford, who is a walking bucket with decent size. With the 12th overall pick, the Oklahoma City Thunder select Kentucky's Cason Wallace. Despite being a young team still in rebuilding mode, the Thunder proved this season that they are already capable of winning. Cason Wallace is the kind of prospect who can enter the rotation and make a difference right away. We are talking from day one. He has a toughness about him that fits what the Thunder are looking for, and his selflessness and defensive versatility make him the kind of prospect. Add him to the core of SGA and company, and things are looking bright for the Thunder. Our best NBA comparison is Marcus Smart of the Celtics, a tough guard who will make winning plays.
Points he scored all season in the biggest game of the season. And the second one is good. That makes it a 4-point game with 7 seconds remaining.
And now you just play defense.
With the 11th pick, the Orlando Magic select Jordan Hawkins of Connecticut. Although the Magic did a good job of assembling their core of young talent, they currently lack players who can consistently spread the floor, so bringing in shotmaker like Jordan Hawkins is a good place to start addressing that. Hawkins' ability to shoot the basketball after leading his UConn team to the title has seen his stock rise significantly. He made more three-pointers than any other projected prospect in this class this season, and he knocked them down at a rate of about 39. His shot-making and three-point shooting is only going to improve. He will be able to help take some pressure off of last year's number 1 pick, Paolo Banchero. Our NBA comparison is Cam Johnson, who has decent size and the ability to knock down threes at a high rate.
Big-time hit for the Huskies. Have their biggest lead at 12. It's changed, but Clingan is a surefire NBA player. Hawkins.
With the 10th overall pick, the Dallas Mavericks select Taylor Hendricks from UCF. Now that they have retained their top 10 protected pick and can use it to target versatility and defense, the Mavericks can sigh with a bit of relief. Hendricks can space the floor for Luka Doncic while also being an excellent defender of a variety of positions, wreaking havoc on the defensive end and shooting a high percentage from three-point range. Our NBA comparison is Pascal Siakam of the Raptors. If Hendricks is taken here, it could be a steal for the Mavericks. But don't be too surprised if Dallas trades away this pick to bring in a proven talent to help Luka immediately.
Man, he's very athletic, but what sets him apart is his ability to catch and shoot. Taylor Hendricks of Central Florida is an outstanding prospect as a stretch.
Up next, with the 9th pick overall, the Utah Jazz select Grady Dick out of Kansas. The Jazz have shown that they may be a little ahead of schedule in their current rebuild by unexpectedly competing for a playoff spot for the majority of last season. They have a solid foundation built upon solid three-point shooting and a young defensive center. They are always looking for more shooting to spread the floor, and Grady Dick can be that guy. He has shown a remarkable capacity to find nice looks from deep and cash in on them at about a 40 clip. It can be argued he is considered to be one of the best shooter in this year's draft class. Our best NBA comparison is former 9th overall pick by the Utah Jazz Gordon Hayward. Both have good size and the ability to knock down the three.
Well, it's the shot by Harris, but it's the follow.
The rebound, but lost the handle. Grady Dick running the floor on the easy run out, and Kansas at their best.
With the 8th pick, the Washington Wizards select Anthony Black of Arkansas. All of the Wizards players have a score-first mentality, so they need someone like Black, a big-bodied player with great court vision and playmaking instincts. With the possibility of a full-blown rebuild for the Wizards, Black could be a good foundational piece for them for the future. We could see the Wizards going different directions with this pick, but feel Black can bring some stability to their unknown future. Our NBA comparison would be Josh Giddey of the Thunder, who can do it all.
That's his 4th offensive rebound of the night. Really working and getting that ball to Black, and then Black, big-time steal.
With the 7th pick, the Indiana Pacers select Jarace Walker out of Houston. Walker is a forward who can confidently defend a variety of positions. He functions as a secondary playmaker who makes good reads out of the post and spaces the floor adequately. Walker is arguably one of the most versatile prospects in this class. He is a strong player who can effectively maneuver around the craftier forwards and compete with bigs inside. His ability to offer a jack-of-all-trades skill set is unquestionably valuable at the NBA level. He can come in and help any NBA team immediately. Our NBA comparison is Paul Millsap, who was a second-round pick that developed into a solid NBA player. He used his body well, and if Jarace can do the same, he will have a long NBA career.
Beaten off the bounce, but what a reaction by the big foul.
Nice, quickly, sharp.
You don't need the Walker. Nice pass. Cheney.
With the 6th pick, the Orlando Magic select Ausar Thompson from Overtime Elite. Once more, there's a really good fit between this prospect and the team. This also allows the team to get the best player available at the time. Ausar is a spectacular player who will amaze you with his bounce, just like his brother, Amen. But he's also a great basketball scorer. As long as he keeps working on his shooting, then his upside is as high as anyone else's in this year's draft. He has the size to defend multiple positions, and he just finished an MVP caliber season with the Overtime Elite. With the 5th pick, the Detroit Pistons select Villanova's Cam Whitmore. The Pistons, who owned the worst record in the NBA last year, had high hopes of landing that number 1 overall pick in this year's draft. The sting hit the franchise hard when it failed to make the top 4 of the draft lottery. Luckily for them, they will still have a decent list of prospects to choose from, with Cam Whitmore being towards the top. Whitmore fits this young Pistons team well. The Pistons currently have a few young big men with potential stars like Cade Cunningham and Jaden Ivey, so adding Whitmore to the mix makes them formidable. Whitmore is a strong player with a natural feel for scoring the basketball inside. His perimeter shooting steadily improved throughout the season, which is a good sign going into the draft. Whitmore is ready to get out and run and would greatly benefit from Cade Cunningham's ability to make plays. Look for Cam to come in and make an instant impact for this young Pistons team. Our NBA comparison is Jaylen Brown of the Boston Celtics.
Control on the first one. How about the second one?
You don't have to practice. If you can do that, you don't have to go to practice. Steve, what would you do if you...
With the 4th overall pick, the Houston Rockets select Amen Thompson from Overtime Elite. Unfortunately, the Rockets were one of the teams that fell in the draft lottery, but luckily for them, Amen Thompson gives them a significant boost. He is the best player available at this spot and can be a difference maker for the Rockets. Amen Thompson has the size, playmaking instinct, and ability to create for those around him. He will immediately fit into the Rockets' starting lineup and have an impact. He will add a lot of explosiveness and playmaking that will add to the weapons the Rockets already have. He will help lay a solid foundation for a franchise that has had some rough times since they have seen the departure of the Beard, James Harden.
The Kentucky commit. Right now, the creepers are going the other way.
Showtime.
Amen. To the star.
They literally look like they're flying.
With the 3rd pick, the Portland Trail Blazers select Scoot Henderson from G League Ignite. The Blazers were overwhelmed when Scoot Henderson fell into this lapse after they overtook a few teams to a place in the top 3. Scoot Henderson could give the Blazers the justification they need to finally commit to a rebuild, and if that happens, Damian Lillard might finally be on the move, giving them even more assets with which to build for the future. The Blazers' off-season plans could shake up the league this summer. Portland could also look at the possibility of playing Dame and Scoot side by side and see what kind of success that could bring. Scoot Henderson, a phenomenal athlete that can make tough shots, is comparable to a player like Russell Westbrook in his prime. He has a passion and fire for the game. He is therefore undoubtedly the kind of player you can build around.
Henderson just beats everyone down the floor and is able to find a wide-open shooter. And look at a guy that's 18 years old, 19 years old, and what he can be with all those physical tools, that makes him intriguing.
With the 2nd overall pick, the Charlotte Hornets select Alabama's Brandon Miller. The Hornets getting the 2nd pick poses a little bit of a problem. Although we think Scoot Henderson is the clear 2nd best player in this draft, the Hornets already have LaMelo Ball as their starting point guard, so we can see them selecting Miller to play a complementary piece to LaMelo. This combo could flourish in the NBA playing off of one another, a situation similar to what we saw in Portland with Dame and CJ. Miller is a fantastic two-way talent who can make things happen as a shooter and a defender. Who wouldn't want to see what a LaMelo and Brandon Miller backcourt could do together?
Miller lobs and converts on the other end by Pringle. Back in front goes Maryland. Miller gets his first.
With the number 1 pick overall, the San Antonio Spurs will absolutely select Victor Wembanyama out of France. There isn't much more to say here. All 14 teams entered the lottery hoping to win the top pick, and the Spurs won the jackpot. Victor Wembanyama will now have one of the best coaches in the history of the game overseeing his growth for the foreseeable future. And the Spurs are also renowned for their ability to develop talent at a high level, making them one of the ideal landing spots for him. Wembanyama is a generational talent that will alter the course of the Spurs franchise for years to come. He is a do-it-all player that is doing things we have never seen before. He is expected to be one of the best players in the NBA very soon. The best NBA comparison would be Kevin Durant. Incredible size and length with the ability to handle the ball and knock down outside shots. The Spurs will be set for years to come thanks to the ping pong balls bouncing their way on draft lottery night. What are your
These youngsters, they get more and more confidence, and you love that. Frank Camp and Lloyd. Now Mickey in the post. No surprise, the shot goes up, and there comes Wemby.
thoughts on this pick list? Do you think these teams deserve what they picked? Leave a comment down below, please subscribe to Redunculous, and like this video.